Okay, when you think of Africa, do you see beautiful lands and a peaceful black nation? Today, I'm going to tell you about the racial history in South Africa. Apartheid, the term means apart or racial separation, referring to separation between the black and the white. Segregation between black and white in South Africa dominated the nation between 1948 and 1994. My question is, who are to blame for the issues in South Africa? We are going to look at some history of South Africa. Racial discrimination dates back to 1652 under Dutch and British rule, and the 1950 Act, which divided races into 4 categories. Another very important date is when Mandela is arrested in 1960. Obviously, hate toward each other is a major issue in South Africa. Segregation between black and white in South Africa dominated from 1948 to 1994, led by the white supremacy and Afrikaner minority rule and the National Party. They took over after World War II. Following the election in 1948 and the acts of 1950, South Africa was divided into 4 categories. Whites, which were Afrikaners, Afrikaners. Blacks, which are known as Bantu, Asians, and colored, which are Indians and non-white person. African Encyclopedia. Government segregated education, medical care, beaches, and other public services. In 1970, blacks were deprived of citizenship and race-specific jobs were created by the government. An important change in South Africa history is when in 1960, Nelson Mandela was arrested at a peaceful protest against resistance. He is imprisoned for life in South Africa. And life is changing because in 1990, Congress released all black leaders from prison. South Africa President F.W. de Klerk freed Nelson Mandela and once again legalized African National Congress because all of Congress was only whites. And in 1993, he worked on a new constitution which demolished apartheid, and he won a Nobel Peace Prize. Nelson Mandela became president in 1994. Today, South Africa still has hatred. Hate camps for youth as young as 13 are being taught that blacks are inferior to whites. When the camp began, one boy stated he felt black and whites got along pretty well, and after camp, his thoughts changed. He stated, "There is a war going on between black and whites, and a lot of blood will flow." White supremacist Eugene Terrablanca was recently murdered, and 2 black men have been accused of the crime. The death has highlighted the racial intolerance and hatred of the people in South Africa. Since after the apartheid, over 30,000 farmers have died, but 50 people, mostly blacks, are murdered on a daily basis. South Africa is still shedding blood after the apartheid ended, and I have provided you with important parts of South Africa history to help you understand the people that live with this struggle. But South Africa was founded on segregation by the early settlers, the Dutch and the English. Hate is a process that is learned from their ancestors. The people in South Africa started to fight back, and many blacks freed, but South Africa is still learning to be one with all colors.